Here, I can't see. Cat's blocking me. It's happening. Wait, what happened? Oh, I made it too big. I wanted to still see Yuri. How do we make it so we can see Yuri and the thing at the same time? You have the link to the full patch. What do you mean, isn't it just on the beta branch? There's 18 pages of patch notes. What the fuck? Maybe they actually fix some stuff. They upped the gas. We're super excited to announce our new horror-themed expansion. Wait, weren't they all horror-themed? Maybe, okay, just this one's horror-themed. This expansion adds all manner of monstrous, mysterious, and maddening threats. Contaminate facilities to capture and study dark entities. This is a very long run-on sentence. I got confused. And a new reality-twisting endgame. That's confusing. Contaminate facilities to capture and study entities. What do you mean contaminate facilities? I saw the word contaminate. I'm thinking like the zombie mod. Oftentimes the DLCs will take current existing mods and just make them their own. So I was thinking something to do with that, but I don't know. I don't understand what they mean by contaminate facilities. I'm guessing they just mean like explore. Make it bigger. Containment. Oh, I misread it. This is my bad. Zoom in on the web page. Yeah, I guess it's scaling it down, isn't it? What if we did this? Isn't working. Yeah, maybe I'll try scrolling in on the... Yuri's too chonk. What? If I try to do control scroll, doesn't that usually scroll you in? Oh, there you go. I don't know what it was doing. That actually made it bigger, right? Yeah, it's making it bigger for you guys. I feel like an old man reading with it this big. I'm doing it so it's bigger for you guys. Cat has to stay on. We're also announcing the upcoming update 1.5 to the base game, which will be released at the same time as Anomaly. We can play it now in the beta branch. Oh, it says that right here. You can currently test this on the unstable branch. See the bottom. We'll be releasing more info in a series of blog posts over the next weeks. Spoiler warning, below is a high-level description of the expansion. About Anomaly. Can we just not do whatever the fuck that is? It gets worse? What the hell's going on with these? It's like people are being eaten by the trees. Why are people getting eaten by the trees? Look at the far right. What the fuck's going on? They've imprisoned one. Alright, sorry, you have to take a back seat. Everyone wants to see the thing, not you. What the fuck's going on? This dude got a flamethrower. Why is he lighting his own base on fire? Wait, are these zombies? Oh my god, they got zombies. Will got fucked. It's not his base? It looks like his base. I guess I can zoom it out now. The expansion begins when your colonists accidentally poke a mad superintelligence. I kind of like that. A lot of the DLCs, it just starts right away. And sometimes it's just too much. You're like trying to start a run and everyone's like, where's my thing? Why haven't we done this yet? Where's the other thing? Are we gonna do this yet? Bro, fuck off. I'm trying to feed you. So that's kind of nice. It won't actually begin until you start it. That's good. Like, that's why I like fluid mode so much on ideology, because I just done too many runs where it's like I set up the ideology fully, but then I'll do like a solo start. And it's like a year before I can even start doing anything with the ideology, and the entire time he's pissed off because he doesn't have 5 different things. So that's kind of good. The madness won't start until we tell it to. From then on, madness manifests. Oh wow, okay, that sounds great. Monstrous creatures, mind-bending mysteries, infiltrating parasites. Can we just not do that part? We have enough parasites in the game, man. Insanity-shredding phenomena that twist the whole world around you. They nerfed burn boxes, really? Interesting. Inspired by classics like Cabin in the Woods. I don't know what that is. The Thing. Cthulhu Mythos. Hellraiser. Isn't that a new game? What is Hellraiser? And many more. Oh, it's a movie. Oh, the one with the weird guy. Like he has a huge head or something. I never watched that. Anomaly goes beyond fighting monsters. This expansion presents ominous, puzzling, and mind-controlling and earth-shaking threats to build your personal horror story. Wow. Some of the twisted scenarios you encounter. So these are new events. I wonder if this is all of them. Now it says, and many more. At night, you hear the screeching of a physically invisible hunter. What? That feeds on human souls. Build proximity alarms to detect when it's near. But you can only fight it when it chooses to reveal itself. Chip away at its health every time it returns and collect and study chunks of its flesh. Turn the tables, become the hunter, and kill it where it lives. Okay. Hunting ghosts. Sounds like the ghosts out of Battle Brothers. A massive flesh creature is growing across the landscape. I'm guessing that's this thing. Well, maybe. That doesn't look really fleshy. It just looks like a hole. A massive flesh creature is growing across the landscape, consuming and covering the whole map. With a quivering mass of meat, it defends itself with beasts and acid. Fight it to get samples of its nervous system, then study it until you can venture to its heart and kill it for good. Oh, no, that's crazy. No, parasites! A parasite has mind-controlled some of your colonists, but who? They pretend to be human as they work to infest others. Track evidence, imprison, interrogate, and medically test people to find out who is infested before it's too late. No one's allowed to enter the facility until you have a COVID test. We medically test them. Has anyone got a PCR machine? I need to do some testing. I think when the game first came out, there used to be this event that was like somebody would betray your colony. You had like a traitor. It was a traitor event. I never really saw it, and they removed it before I ever really did. I feel like he's always wanted to do something like that. Like, that's what the refugees do. They show up and then they betray you. Seems like another thing like that. Tynan has a thing for betrayal. He wants you to be betrayed. A pulsating obelisk crash lands near base. You can try to suppress its filthy energy, but the obelisk may lash out and violently mutate your people. Copy them endlessly, or abduct them to an endless gray maze. What the fuck? It sounds like some mini games. You're gonna have to get him out of the maze or something? It does say endless though. That doesn't sound very reassuring, getting him out. Your colonist becomes obsessed with a beautiful golden cube. One by one, they build statues of the cube. They worship the cube. They love the cube. I'm guessing that's the cube the lady had. Praise the cube. Cube. Cult of the Cube. Is that the first run? Cult of the Cube. Companion Cube. Hopefully these are all separate in-game paths. All at once would be pretty crazy. Well, these just seem like events. And just like things that you can have going on. Like biotech added a bunch of stuff, right? Like you could be messing with a vampire, or you could be genetically altering things, or you know, it's just, it wasn't just one thing. Or you could be messing with mechs, or you could be doing it all at once. It's just adding content to the game for things to do. You don't have to do any of them. Or you could do all of them. Like in my last couple runs, we didn't mess with vampires. Because it's just like, I do it every single run, so this run I decided not to. Because like, I don't know, it's kind of tedious if we do it every single time. The same way. So it's like, if I can't think of to do it a different way, then maybe just don't do it that time. Corpse arrived. Yes, Yuri. Are you getting very blinky? Oh, you can't see him right now. Hello, Yuri. He says, could you keep it down? I'm trying to sleep. Human. Can't tell if petting him right now will upset him or please him.
Oh, them.
Oh, hey,
actual news.
Shade, subbing with the Prime 8 months. Thanks, man. Locrin subbed earlier, too. Thanks, man. I got distracted by Kitty. Keep lemon. Keep lemon it. Okay. Where were we? A corpse arrives that looks exactly like one of your colonists and seems to follow them. No matter what you do, the corpse returns. Okay. Sounds like the zombies, but maybe they're not hostile? They just want hugs? And many more weird and horrifying events. What the hell's going on here? New gun? Looks like a new gun here. And they all have new accessories too. Or maybe just the jetpack looks different now. What happened to Darcy? Wait, who's throwing the flares? Somebody's like throwing flares. What does the flare do? Maybe light stuns him or something. What the hell is this thing doing? What the fuck? What is going on in this place? Got some more lances. Different colored lance here. What's going on here? Horror combat. You'll fight battles against shrieking flesh beasts, hordes of shambling undead. So there is a bunch of undead. Spherical death machines. Mass devouring water beasts. Lumpen... Wait, what? Lumpen imitations of human beings. Mentioned something like that before. Many more nightmarish perils. Use the monsters against your normal human and mechanoid foes where you can. Construct new tools and gear to help you. Flamethrowers and Hellcat rifles. IEDs that resurrect the dead. What the fuck? What? Flesh mutating pulsers that transform living creatures. Insanity inducing weapons. And crossbows that stun your targets. Oh, that looks lovely. That looks lovely. More flares. Well, it looks like they have that darkness mod or something. Look how dark it is. I guess you're gonna need the flares. I'm guessing it's just gonna be at certain locations or something. Capture and study entities in your facility. To defeat the monolith's manifestations, you must gain their power. Build a grand Containment facility. Oh, okay. So you're gonna have to like build your base there? Build a grand containment facility so you can capture monsters, study them, and exploit them. Or I guess this is talking about things, buildings to study them. Expand it with stronger walls, floors, and doors to keep them secure. Exploit your captives to use their power against your enemies, but don't push them too far. Harvest the new ferret. The hell is this? Ferret. It's a new resource, I guess. How do you get it? Ferrite is iron. Oh, bioferrite. I don't know, I thought they were ferrets, man. Share resources with your malevolent menagerie to use in experimental serums, psychic rituals, ghoulification surgeries, what the fuck? And void-powered constructions. Oh my. Fight the cultists who serve the mind machine. What is the mind machine? It hasn't said anything about a mind machine yet. Dune vines? Is there a mind machine in Dune? New use for prisoners' ghoulification. Tie Ninjas created a whole new chapter in the Book of War Crimes with this DLC. I think he just made a new book, actually. It said through magic you can take the hearts and the souls. Half the stuff you read was Dune. War Crime 2E. Macabre? What is that? Macabre? Colonists will attack. I'm not sure what that is. Will attack and perform their psychic rituals with suicidal commitment. So they don't run away? Scary. They may stand in rows or chant around a ritual circle. Or whisper hateful psychic curses against your colonies. They're just gonna sit on the hills and call us turkeys in our mind. Wow. That's amazing. Destroy them before they summon bloody beasts, abduct your people, or drive you mad with psychic influence. You can use the same rituals for your own purposes. Summon the masses, the mass dead, rain rage-filled blood, connect with the void, steal the minds and hearts of your foes, and more. No, that's what you're talking about. Why does that guy have a leg for an arm? It's raining blood. Wow. I like the rat. Call this rat base. This base is all for this one rat. His base. They're reading books. Look at him. Why is he reading a book, but she's not? There's more rats. Well, these doors look weird. Choose your fate in a new endgame. In the end, the abyssal void will swallow the world, and you must choose your fate. Well, that's kind of grim. You're not going to expand upon that? That's... Okay. I wish they'd said something more about that. What do you mean? Why did we make Anomaly? Udon Studios founder Tynan on why he decided to make Anomaly. I want to give players a new kind of emotion they haven't encountered before in RimWorld: horror. We wanted you to explore horror. We've explored feelings about dramatic combat, family warmth, problem solving, and many more. Now I want a new emotion: dread. Is that already a thing? Psychological tension, suspicion, and mystery. The horror theme unlocks a new emotional landscape for us to explore. Dread's already in the game with ideology. Right? There aren't many games which mix management and horror either. So it's an interesting design challenge to marry these two elements. Plus I saw Cabin in the Woods and thought the Monstrous Lab was awesome. After biotech, he just went and watched movies. Like, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do this one. Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, we'll do that one. That's how he got his next idea. That's what it really was all about. He should have just started with that, be honest. Is that a newer movie? I haven't seen that. It's 2018. It was important to me that this not just be a collection of monsters to shoot at, because the base game already generates those feelings of combat tension, and I wanted something new. So we made sure to design the new threats to follow the arc of classic horror stories. The protagonists encounter a mystery, then realize it's a threat, and try to survive while they learn more about it, slowly building advantage before they try to turn the tables. It's a very RimWorld kind of chaos when several of these things are happening at once with different threats. This was really fun to work on, and I think the team did an awesome job. Can't wait for everyone to play it. TY. We have a lot to say about 1.5. It's nearly 18 months work. If you're interested, okay, unstable, modders, get wrecked, books, bookcases, couches, ornate doors. There are now books for your colonists to read, and bookcases to store them in. Books are great for recreation and for their unique bonuses. Textbooks increase a specific skill. Oh, interesting. Wonder if you can make some crazy kids just having them read all day. Level 20 by the time they're a kid, or they're an adult, I mean. Schematic process a certain research project. Novels increase recreation faster, and tomes progress an anomaly specific research project. Well, maybe that's why that one guy was reading a book. They showed 3 people at a research table, and 2 of them were just researching, and then 1 had a book. So I'm guessing the 2 were just researching normal things, and then he was researching an anomaly thing. You can obtain books from traders or as quest rewards. Storing books in bookcases increases the beauty of the room, makes nearby research benches faster, and increases the experience and recreation. Okay. Badger's Nuke. This mediocre novel tells the story of a surgeon as he searches the universe for a rare collectible from his favorite series. What? It is gripping during some parts, but the author constantly uses words inappropriately in an attempt to sound smart. Text was first printed many centuries ago. What the fuck? So it's Tynan's book. The dude just keeps using the word ironically, but he doesn't use it correctly. It just kind of throws you off. Couches function like armchairs, but now have room for two. And ornate doors are the first 2x1 doors in RimWorld. It took some work for the system to support doors that weren't 1x1. They were very fancy in suit throne rooms, temples, and other prestigious buildings. Wow, we got furniture. Wall lamps, wow. It finally made it into the base game. It only took 20 years. Holy shit. So wait, is wall lamp gonna be in the base game, or do you need the DLC to have wall lamp? Is this paid to wall lamp? Oh my god. Oh, it's gonna be base? Nice. Oh, are these specifically 1.5? Oh, I see. Yeah, everything below this is specifically 1.5. So you won't have to pay the DLC to get this. This is how they always do their DLCs. Like, the DLC will have a bunch of content, but then the patch that comes with it just changes a bunch of stuff. I'm surprised that, like, the books are going to be part of the base game and that's not part of the DLC. 'Cause, I mean, some of them... I mean, I guess maybe you won't be able to get all the books because some of them are, like, Anomaly specific, I guess. We'll have to look at the full log. I was told it's 18 pages long. I don't know if I'll read the whole thing. Okay, wall lamps, floodlights. I'm not sure what that means by that. And hidden conduits. I wonder if they're changing how power cables work. Yes, you can now put lights on your wall and hide your conduits. Wow. Wall lamps and wall torches can be placed directly on walls. They function like floor lamps or torches would, but with less light. Floodlights are very powerful and expensive outdoor lights that cover large areas. That's kind of cool. Which saves you from building several small lamps. Hidden conduits are useful for two reasons. They're harder to damage from explosions or fire, and they're invisible to the player unless you've got the power/building UI turned on. That's kind of nice. I mean, I don't think it's really necessary because you just put the cables in the walls. I kind of like that system. Like, there's always been mods to make it so you could like hide your cables. I never thought it was necessary because I just feel like you're being lazy. Just put the cables in the walls. And it makes power surges not as bad too. Like if you have a cable just going through the middle of the room, it's really bad because the whole cable's flammable. If the power surge happens, the cable itself just lights on fire. Best part of this patch is they added some sort of multi-threading, did they? I think we're getting to that right now. Performance improvements. We've continued to work on optimizing RimWorld's performance. Pond characters and animals are now drawn in parallel on a separate thread. Interesting. The pond renderer system was rewritten to allow for easy addition/removal of visuals, and lots of optimizations were done on alerts, beauty calculations, and pen animal food searching behavior. Yeah, this lagged the hell out of you. If you ever had like 100 animals and they ran out of food, the game made you suffer with lag. You're gonna starve your animals, huh? Then lag. Lag to death! Like they were just all constantly searching for food and couldn't find any. Wasn't I complaining about not being able to crawl? Hey, crawling! What the hell? We're just talking about crawling. Wind down. Humans can now crawl on the ground. Oh my god. One of our previous waster runs died because the dude starved to death while sitting in front of food because he couldn't move. Now he can crawl. Are all these blood smears from people crawling? Like Tynan went into dev mode, knocked out a bunch of people's legs, and just watched them crawl around for this screenshot. Dude's a psychopath. Will he be able to eat? I hope so. Crawling colonists leave behind blood trails, move away from danger, and will seek out the nearest place to recover, like hospital beds or sleeping spots. You'll see enemies crawling around too. We're just gonna see a bunch of people trying to crawl away on raids. Oh my god, look at that picture. So did they give a date for this DLC? Somebody's saying it's gonna be like a month. Capturing people are on the ground, they run away. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, is that gonna make it harder to get people? So they're just gonna start crawling away and then they like crawl into an IED and it's like... They're saying next month. Oh, really? Damn. 1 month from now. Possessions... Possessions from traits. He's a psychopath, so he starts off with a heart. Okay. When choosing your starting colonists, there's now a chance that for them to spawn with possessions related to their traits. For example, psychopath may be carrying a heart, pyro might be carrying Molotovs. That's kind of cool, actually. I always thought it was kind of stupid that, you know, you get this person as a pyro, and it doesn't benefit you in any way. You could be in a situation where if you could start a fire, it would really benefit you. And it's like, pyro, start a fire. Yeah, I don't feel like it. What do you mean? Yeah, I only start fires when I want to. Well, it says there's a chance, though, so I don't think you can just always reliably, you know, be like, hey, pyro, we're gonna get Molotovs. I mean, it's kind of already like that now. Like, people can randomly start with stuff, and they never... Like, it's pretty random. You can never rely on them to do that. I've had some weird starts where you start with a weird item, like a sword or a gun that you shouldn't be... I don't know if I ever got a gun. I think I got a sword. Anyways, mechanoid water emergence and slag chunks. Did you think the water was safe? Mechanoids can now surface from bodies of water, which requires adapting to oceans and lakes when building your base defenses. What the hell? Also, certain large mechanoids have a chance to drop a mechanoid slag chunk when they're broken down, which acts like steel slag chunks and can be smelted for steel. I mean, I'm kind of confused about this because people are saying like, Tynan nerfed island maps. I saw people saying that in Discord, but mechs never had a problem showing up on a map with water. I don't understand this. They would just show up on the site. Like, they would either show up in drop pods or they... I mean, they show up in drop pods usually, don't they? This doesn't affect them. I'm confused by this, actually. The only thing that the water affects is mechanoid clusters. It doesn't actually affect the mechs. Well, I guess maybe it messes with the ships. Like, I don't think you'll see many psychic ships and poison ships, so maybe it's addressing that somehow? I don't know. Possibly an alternative for them showing up on map edges? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the way they show up on map edges, it doesn't matter whether there's water or not. The only thing it matters for is mech clusters and mech ships. So I'm confused by this. Like, the mech raids are unaffected by a water map. Like, it doesn't matter if you're on a water map or not. They might spawn on sides where there's deep water, but then they wouldn't be able to move. You can't move in deep water, and this picture shows them not in deep water. This is deep water. You can't move in that. This is shallow water. That's fine. My guess is they're gonna, like, show up right next to you, though. Like, the water... Yeah, I don't know. The water... Whatever. Maybe we'll see. But I don't see how that changes things, because, like, the water didn't really mess with them. Maybe I think it just makes them spawn closer to you, so you have less time to react. Anyways, bionic jaws and organ decay. Sometimes colonists lose their jaws in terrible accidents, but they can now replace with a new bionic prosthetic. Keep an eye on your colonist organs too. There's a chance they may develop a rare organ decay disease. What? Great. So people's kidneys are just gonna randomly die for no reason. Heh. Guess what, Jim? You got bad genes, your kidneys are shot. Great. Fantastic. Bionic jaws have a tongue in them. So you can replace tongue now. A very rare disease, meaning everyone will experience it at year one. Mine vein. This command orders colonists to mine out the whole lump. Oh, nice. Okay. You had to have a mod for that before. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. What? There we go. It always confuses me when the web browsers do that. Like, you'll click a picture and it doesn't actually, like, open a new thing. It just, like, zooms in on it. So when you hit back, it, like, takes you out of that place. Whatever. Anyways. Clean room. Selecting a colonist and right-clicking a room that's dirty now gives you an option to clean the room. Oh, that's nice. So, this is a mod. This is a mod. New wanderers after a game over. Oh, I was just talking about this last night. I was like, I wonder how many people have just sat here and waited for a wanderer. When all of your colonists are dead or gone, there's a new option as part of the game over letter to create new wanderers. Oh, interesting. So, like, when everyone dies, a screen pops up that says, like, continue just sitting here doing nothing, or go to the main menu. And usually you hit main menu because there's no point in sitting there. But now there's going to be a third button that says create new wanderers. I mean, I don't think I'll ever really want to use it, but maybe. Because I feel like that's kind of cheating. Because, like, you could never really die then. I mean, maybe it only gives it to you once. Like, maybe if everyone dies and then you do this, and then they die again, it doesn't let you do it a second time. I don't know. Oh. You want a second chance for your colony. Okay, yeah. So maybe it only does it once. There's no third try. It's great for new players. Yeah, that sounds good for new players. Like, they're just getting started and just built a base and everyone dies. Like, they don't really care who they have. They just want to keep playing. New colonists. Interesting. 1 to 6. I like how they give you a choice there on how many. I wonder if it's random, though. Allowing you to create 1 to 6 new colonists to inhabit the remains of your colony instead of ending the game. This is entirely optional, and you don't have to use it if you prefer a more hardcore experience. Yeah, I don't know if I'll use it, but maybe there'll be a situation where we want to keep playing. In the bottom right corner, there's now a magnifying glass icon and a search bar. You can type in the field to find item structure. Oh my god. No more losing items. The default hotkey is Z. There's a hotkey even. Wow. Imagine that. I really wish they added that when they added the shelves, because, man, it's been like 2 years of searching through piles of crap. Can't find anything with the new shelf system. Like, when all the shelves are full, man, it's hard to find things, because there's just stuff everywhere. It's just a pile of junk. There was a mod for that? Yeah, I don't think it was very good for performance, though. Dev mode has a search bar? Oh, really? Tainted apparel visual changes. Tainted apparel, clothes worn by someone who's died now has distinct darker color. Okay, that's nice. UI improvements. There's an option to make colonist mood on the colonist bar more visible. You zoom out very far, pawns become highlighted so they're easier to spot on the map. We also redesigned the prisoner and health tabs to improve the research UI and policy UI. Alright, a bunch of UI changes. Art improvement, there's new and improved weapon art. Yeah, I saw that. The guns look different. We also added new immature crop art. Oh, cool. And leafless tree art. Hey, trees. Miscellaneous, there's lots of smaller things that we're doing. 18-page changelog. Oh my god. They seem proud of that 18-page changelog. Including an option to capture carried pawns without having to drop them. Improved construction hauling and better firefighting. Stay tuned for our Anomaly feature blog. Yeah, so in the next couple weeks they're gonna post more about the DLC. Anomaly has more content than any previous expansion. We expanded our team and worked for 18 months on this expansion and update 1.5. It's got a lot of passion in it. Anomaly adds new feelings to RimWorld. It creates moments of terror. He seems so happy about all this, and it's like, yay, guys, you can now experience terror. Congratulations, have fun. Oh, that's great. Creates moments of terror, new roleplay opportunities, unforgettable stories, and unique narratives. Experience for every player. We seriously cannot wait to let you get your hands on it. Alright. Where does it say it's going to be released a month from now? Where are people seeing that? Because here it just says soon. I see soon. Where are you seeing 1 month? Maybe it says something on Twitter? Right below the picture? Oh, right. Derp. I think I even just said that too. I was thinking about something else. You ever just read sometimes and think about something else? Just goes in one ear out the other. Hmm. 1 month, that's weird. All the other ones were 2 weeks. They need more time this time. Should we look at the 18-page changelog, or should we just start playing? Oh my god. I mean, a lot of this is just talking about what we've already seen. Like, a lot of, pretty much everything I'm looking at is stuff we've just talked about, but listed out. Like everything I'm seeing is basically that same thing, but just listed out more detailed. Sure, humans are fed first in caravans. Allowed capturing carried pawns. Oh, does that mean you don't have to build a prison room to capture somebody? That was something silly on caravans. So, does it look like caravans got addressed much in this? I got archaeology vibes from the teaser that they did on Monday. Or whenever it was. Yeah, I think it was Monday. So I thought we were going to be like caravanning to archaeological dig sites, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. Rebalance brawler trait to offset skill more than mood. Do they not get pissed when they hold a ranged weapon now? Added pyro, use fire weapon thoughts. Yeah, it's bright as hell. What? I don't see anything that's new here. Like everything that's here was pretty much listed before. Well, maybe a few things. Clicking the need research alert. New pawns always be placed to right. It's such small little things. Adjusted stat names slightly to fit better tooltips. It now shows its ingredients in the tooltip. Egg box has a select contained thing gizmo. Okay. It's basically if it wasn't listed on that previous page, it's so small it doesn't really matter. Just tiny little thing. It's on the left now instead of the right. Allow creating storage groups for single shelves. Okay. Undergrounder trait description mentions pawns being unhappy outdoors. Add an option to increase or decrease the number of autosaves. Long rot moved from biotech to core. Oh, fuck you. Fuck the you. Man. It was one of my favorite things about the Rimian ship is we'd have to worry about stupid long rot and all that bullshit. God damn it. Infestations now refund / minify any buildings. Fuck yes. We got absolutely fucked by that last run. Stupid waste pack infestation bugged out and spawned in the middle of my base and destroyed everything. Like they didn't destroy anything themselves, but them spawning deleted half of my buildings. Deleted 2 fabrication benches. It's fucking 50 components or some bullshit. Just instantly deleted. Like, that was stupid as fuck. It's always been a thing. So thank God they fixed that shit. Yeah, like that. Honestly, that's always been the biggest issue with infestations for a long time. Because like they nerfed the hell out of infestations. They made them like half the size they used to be, so they've been easy for a long time. The only time they're a problem is when they spawn in a room just because they delete things instantly. Drop pod raids do the same thing, but it's not as bad because like they do damage, so it's kind of random. But like the infestations would just literally delete things because they say, I want to spawn here and you're in the way. Update bridges to be the same color as wooden floors. It's kind of nice. Move natural hair color, blah blah. Meteor strikes will no longer hit monuments. Fires produce light. Interesting. Things to load in transport pods can now be changed. Ooh. Numpad can now Used in dialogues. Okay, whatever. Scale damage to buildings from fire / burn damage. Huh. I wonder if that means like wooden buildings are gonna burn down faster or something. Because like fire sometimes takes a long time. Like burn through things. Remove some spot building exploits. Move some spot. What is this? Yeah, so like I think this means just wooden buildings are gonna burn down faster. Animal sleeping spot spam. Oh, you can't prevent drop pod raids with animal sleeping spots. Building spots to spawn things? No, you used to be able to like put a building spot next to a mech cluster or a ship to wake it up. They fixed that a while ago. I don't think that's what this means. I think it's the drop pod thing. I think that's dumb. I'm always an advocate of not doing something like this. I think this is horrible game design because it's like that is I mean, it could go both ways, but I think that's bad because if somebody wants to do that, they should be able to. I think that's one of the good things about the game is it's like that's like what a sandbox is. If somebody wants to do that, let them. But I mean, it kind of ruins their experience. Like you're letting them ruin their own experience though. Like maybe it's better that they learn to deal with those situations in a different way or something. But at the same time, like maybe they think that's stupid and they don't like the raid that drops on their base, so this is what they do. So I don't know. Like maybe there's people out there that's like literally like, okay, I just won't play your game then because I've had that happen and I don't want to play now. Because like this is something that doesn't affect 99.9% of the player base. You're literally targeting somebody that doesn't like something about your game and is trying to do something about it. So what do they do now? So that guy that doesn't like the drop pod raids, what does he do now? His option is play in a mountain base, mod the game, or don't play. Those are his 3 options now. Can you just turn off drop pod raids? I don't think there's an option for that. That's why I mean like a mod. Like you'd have to get a mod that basically disables drop pod raids or something. I don't know, I've seen RimWorld do this with a lot of things, and it's just like I agree with it, but I don't think they should have done it. Cause like if I've always known about this and I just don't use it. You know? So just don't use it. You're just making it so somebody that wants to do it, they can't now, but whatever. It's probably for the best, because like those people are ruining their own experience. They're like, I don't like drop pod raids. I heard if you just put sleeping spots everywhere, it can't happen. So then they do that, and then they play the game with this weird ass looking base because there's sleeping spots everywhere. I don't know. Maybe it's for the best. Maybe those people are ruining their own experience. Anyways, foam turret activation. Okay, well, no one cares about foam turrets because they suck balls. I don't know, maybe I should actually try to use the foam turret again. When they added it, I used it and it was garbage, so I was like, yeah, we're not doing that. But I don't even remember why I didn't like it. Maybe it's better now, I gotta try it again. Gas now dissipates slower in roofed areas. Oh, I thought it already did that. Maybe it was only mountain roof. I think like in a cave, I think gas is better. So maybe right now it was only mountain roof that mattered, and just normal roofs didn't actually help. Or maybe it's even slower. Yeah, I don't know. Because it makes it sound like that it didn't matter whether it's roofed or not, but maybe they're just saying like the difference is more. I'm not sure. Ensure crash ship parts land before mechanoid drop pods, so mechs don't die from explosion. I think sometimes, every once in a while, you'd have a ship that showed up with no mechs. Is that what happened? I mean, it's not like you saw any dead bodies. I just thought the mechs didn't show up. Was it they were spawning underneath the ship, so they just died? Is that what was going on? Okay, that's great. They're getting squished by their own ship. Adjusted some backstories. Okay. Improved description, blah blah. Re-phase grid. Excess stored inspection thing for clarity. Okay. Improved lighting. Updated flame damage to scale with blank. Well, you already talked about that. Scale damage to building from fire damage with their... Is this how you get an 18-page note? Is you just repeat things? Alright, great. Added resources to make stat entry for buildings. Wait, what? Added resources to make stat entry for buildables. Okay, whatever. Created ingredients, stat entry, okay. Add a duplicate area button to the area management. Oh, that's nice. Because sometimes I would like want the same zone, but just slightly different. Like the same zone, but just this front area is excluded. Added new core tips. Tinctoria now has a lifespan of 12 days. Oh, that's good. It was impossible to grow this stuff in crappy soil because it would die of old age before you could harvest it. It was great. Improvements in royalty, bestowers and guards exit map more quickly. Increased work to build for braziers. Okay. Ideology pawn column is not drawn in ideology disabled mode. Okay, whatever. Styling stations now display favorite. Okay. They used to make it so you had to use the styling stations. I didn't like it because everyone ended up looking the same. I never use them now that they removed the need for it. Use styles, update drug policy records. Moral guide abilities now. Wake up sleeping pawns. Interesting. Locked by X. Origin X. Okay, whatever. Reliquary has a select contain thing gizmo. Loudspeakers can now be switched on and off. Oh, wow. Wow. It only took 3 years to put a fucking switch on a loudspeaker. Wow. This is why I always uninstall them. I don't think they actually use power though. While this is a confusing thing. I think they only use power when they're being used. I've always been confused by them whether they're actually taking power, because everything in the game, it doesn't work that way. If they're not being used, they still use power. It just uses power based on what it says, and it says it's using power, but I don't think it actually was until it was actually being used. They were very confusing. I would just always uninstall them to get them out of the way. It's like, it feels kind of weird to just have a room set up for a dance party that you do once a year. So for the other 59 days it's unused and just empty. That's why I always just put them in the storage. Makes sense, right? It's like the guy that keeps his Christmas tree up all year. You put it up and take it down accordingly to when it's needed. But maybe we can keep it up now. You just switch it off. Adjusted waste pack incident to consider pollution. Wait, what? Do you get waste packs from just pollution now? That would have fucked our last run. We would have got so many more waste packs and they would have been right on top of us. I'm not sure what that means though. Your neighbors still have their Christmas lights on. Should try doing that weird blue xenotype. Why? You mean the high mate? Why would what's different with high mate? There was a small patch while you were reading the patch notes. Oh, we gotta update the game again. Was there a hotfix on something? The likelihood of waste pack event is less likely if your map is polluted. Oh, is that what it's doing? Okay, that makes sense. Or you think it made it go down or up? One of the two. Hotfix for the research tab. It was bugged and didn't show anything. Oh, I didn't read this part. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Made psychic bond distance thought more Pressmiss. As long as both pawns are on the same map and not suspended, they get positive thoughts. What does it mean makes it more permissive? I'm not sure what exactly changed there. It had a range before? Oh, I did. I didn't notice that. It's probably only an issue if you went to like the side of the map or something. Slightly reduce the mass of sashes. Wow, this is huge, dude. This changes everything. What the fuck? Added a confirmation dialogue when a potential mechanitor is incapable of intellect. Okay. Remove reference to damage over time and after spray. Okay. Added Toxalope corpse artwork. Wow. Added more acid filth texture. Display a stat, blah. Attach helpful text to a mouse. Okay, a lot of these are pretty insignificant. Display when a mechanitor is requiring. Okay. Berserk and similar psycasts no longer work on bosses. Well, that's good. The Apricot is ultra heavyweight weight class mech. That's nice. Updated psychic bonding. Clarify that pawns with no xenotype cannot implant their xenogerms. Babies in caravans now ignore drug policies. Okay, I'm glad I never took a baby on a caravan. Yayo, baby. Dev tools. Is there really 18 pages? Okay, a lot of those. I don't know how many of those we're gonna go over. It looks like the last 2/3 is just a fix category. Okay, we read over this one. Dev tools. Added start game with dev. Oh, there's just a bunch of dev stuff. This doesn't really matter. Rewrote pawn rendering technical. I don't know if any of this is really gonna be good. Oh, this was already in the announcement section or their performance thing. Kind of crazy. The game already has crazy good performance compared to what it used to be. It can run so smooth now, even up until the very end. I think the only time I ever see it lag now is when you're doing the final event, just because there's so many bodies and shit on the map. Maybe it could handle it with this now. It's just like rendering all the corpses and stuff. I wonder how this would help with the zombie mod. The zombie mod always got laggy once we got to like 500 zombies. I wonder if it would help that. They fixed the bug with chemical genes, affect tolerance buildup, addiction chance to all chemicals. Wait, so that was a bug and not intentional? Like with the wasters not being able to overdose on yayo and go juice? Isn't that great? I swear that happens half the time. I finally find some new hidden treasure trove of information and it's instantly taken away from me. I just finally realized the power of wasters and their unlimited power to do yayo and go juice with no consequences, and instantly it's stripped away from us. Where do you see that? Where are you seeing that? Chat keeps jumping ahead. Like, I never realized how good wasters are, because like it seemed like they're good, they can't get addicted to it, but I never abused it because like you read it and it's like, oh, they could still overdose, so it's not that good actually, because that's the main issue with drugs, is the overdosing. And so I'm like, wow, these guys are crazy, I didn't know that they could do this now, and then it's instantly taken away. Anyways. Death on down chance now applies to non-damaged health state changes. Oh, so that nerfs burn boxes. So burn boxes are just dead now, right? Like, they're still kind of useful to make things easier, but they were so game-changing because they would make you go from having, you know, 6 people to 20 people instantly or something. Because you would just knock everyone out. It was also good for like stripping gear too, because the tainted stuff's worth nothing. Which line are we on now? I don't know. Chat keeps jumping ahead. I don't know where they're seeing half this stuff. I'm trying to... Every time I read over to chat, they're jumping ahead. Added infection pathway system. These allow for easy tracking and explanation... I can't talk right now. Of infection for the purpose of he-diffs. Always with the he-diffs. Only used for some anomaly content. Does not change how base game works. Yeah, I was confused. I'm like, what does that have to do with infections? What is this? But I guess we don't know yet because it's something to do with anomaly content. Add a new music system which can change between songs based on current game state. Oh, nice. Nice. I think like oftentimes we'll be chilling there, it's just chilling, and then like one little thing aggroes and it changes the song instantly. I wonder if it's gonna change this. I wonder what exactly that's gonna mean. They're changing how that changes music. Pretty straightforward. It's just like there's either peaceful music or combat music. Optimizations of various alerts, small optimizations, booty. Here we saw this. Minor performance improvements for feed baby. Okay. Added timestamps. Oh, nice. Make race properties is flesh. Return a boolean in the race's flesh type def instead of hard-coded mix. Okay. Nice. We have an is flesh boolean. Fantastic. Tick equipment on pawns. What? We got ticks now? What kind of ticks are they talking about? Had to pet the cat for a sec. Anyways. Removed redundant burning stump. The hell? I guess we're in the technical thing section. A lot of these are very small. Gas rendering now sends density values to shader. Okay. It's very technical. Many technical. Cloud areas are now per map. Alright, and I think we're halfway through it. Less than halfway through it, and I think the entire last section is just bug fix. Yeah, that... oh god. Do we want to go through the bug fixes? Meteorites leaving stone. Many pawns in a small space can cause heat to build up forever. What the hell? Search for terms like caravan. Added new options on the world map to easily send caravans. Auto-selected caravans, food not clamping. Mechanoids on caravan may throw an out of bounds. Okay. No, non-fresh corpses no longer count towards days of food calculation in caravan dialogue. Wow, what we've always needed. What the fuck, man? This is what you're focusing on? Okay. That's why the caravan system's whack. Hide stack counting, okay. Blood loss doesn't show up in Calvinist health bar. Okay. Paramedic mechs cannot tend to colonists in caravan. What the fuck? What a dumb bug. Glad I never encountered that. I can imagine somebody like doing a solo run and they try to do a caravan. They're like, we should be fine. I have the paramedic mech with me. Why am I dying? I'm dead. Fuck this game. Hey, Acid. What's going on, man? Load stat count is... there wasn't really anything about caravans. So... you're gonna have to wait for the next DLC to fix caravans, apparently. No, just... keep kicking it down the road and we'll fix it eventually. One day one of these DLCs will be about caravans and fixing them. 1.6 is going to be all about caravans. Trust me, okay? It's going to be the caravan DLC. Apparently not this one. Mech bosses can be called one after another within 2-second window. What the hell? Like pause the game and just call a bunch at once? Very, very small things. Just trying to scan through this. I'm sure some of these are going to be quite significant. I wish they put the significant ones at the top. I don't think there was any order to them. Prevent colonists from eating at a fogged table. Good. No more fogged tables. That's good. Very big. Very big. Seek safe temperature job. Doesn't respect pawn's allowed area. I think it was kind of better to have it the way it was, because sometimes I'd be like, I restrict somebody and be like, why are you here? You're not supposed to be. Oh, it's really hot. Shit, you're dying. Now they're just going to sit there and die. Herd migration, ignore pollution. We never saw any migrations on that last run. Although I feel like the migrations tend to be in certain areas more than others. Like, I don't think you're going to see migrations through the tropical areas. What would be migrating through there? You don't migrate in a tropical area. Yeah, like I think it's only like cold areas and stuff. Well, migrating implies seasonality. The tropics are specifically not seasonal. I think it's part of the definition of tropics is it doesn't get frost. I'm not really seeing anything. Error on tox gas death. Never saw that. What's the last one? Hide max satisfied title on drugs without nutrition. No idea what that means. Cool. Remove waste pack incident from occurring randomly. Is that when it would randomly show up in the middle of your base and not where the waste pack was? Is that what it means? I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it can only happen as an event now or something, like a raid. Can't happen if you don't have pollution. Well, that's how it works already. The waste pack incidences were from a waste pack dissolving. I always kind of wondered how that worked because I never really saw it, but I always assumed that you could like have a raid spawn and then also have a waste pack dissolve and then spawn a raid too at the same time. Because like it wasn't an actual raid. It was a random chance from a packet dissolving. And if you have a lot of them, they're just like always dissolving. So maybe it like can only happen as a raid and not when it dissolves. You had a run a few weeks ago where the waste pack infestation spawned 0, 3 days in the run on a map nowhere near pollution. Oh, maybe it could. I don't think I've ever saw that happen. That's weird. I've never seen a waste pack happen without waste packs dissolving. It must have been a bug or something. You've had it happen 3 times. Weird. I think maybe I have seen it once actually. And I was confused because I'm like, we're not doing that. There was no pollution on your map at all? And you weren't near any? Yeah, I don't know. Must have been really rare. So I feel like maybe I did see that once a long time ago. Like when the DLC first came out. Oh, this is nice. Can't force target mortar without shell. It's so annoying. Like in between their shots, you couldn't tell them what to shoot at. It just didn't make any fucking sense. You can't tell them what to shoot at when they don't have a shell. Why? I have to wait for you to put a shell to tell you what to hit. It was just annoying. I'm sure that's what a lot of these are. Just small little things. Alright, should we get into it? Apparently I need to go update my game because there was a patch in the last hour or so while we're reading all this. It's a very small patch.